Welcome. Today, another episode. And now what? Today we got a special guest. Our friend today is a very good friend, and he will share with us his journey, his walking with God.
Hi. This is Now What? Stories that transform and teach you to live with faith and purpose. Each episode brings you one step closer. Say it with me. Now what?
Let's welcome to Brother Lee. Lee, how are you today?
Good. Blessed. Every morning. Blessed.
Can you tell us a little bit about the journey, how you walking with God until today?
Wow. It's just been a blessing. At first I went up to Canada, and my aunt gave me the first Bible I've ever had, and that was the King James version with these and nows and all that. And then I got a newer Bible that didn't have all that. Made me to understand what I was, reading, and made myself read a little better. And then I read that ever so often. And then I stopped that for a while. And then 2009, I think I started here at New Life. My wife back then, was Elizabeth Egan. That's one of the reasons why I was coming here, is because of her. She started coming here, and she went out to outreach, which New Life had, and they said she asked the Pastor Dubayon, if I can come along, and he said sure. And so I started going to New Life, which was on San Miguel in Castro Valley. It just started from there. But yeah, I was home watching the football games. Watching the football games,
Right.
and everything else. And drinking a little beer and stuff, and it's like, oh gosh, I don't need this. And so I had hepatitis C, we both had it. So that kind of nipped that in the bud, nipped the alcohol drinks and everything else. But yeah, everything else has been pretty much smooth then and now. I'm just trying to get a cope on life, and I miss her dearly. Miss my heart. My heart goes up to her every time. So during my life, I was living in Newark, which is over by San Francisco, Dunbar Bridge. If some people don't know where that is, for a while. And then my parents, they moved towards Sacramento. They asked me, did I want to move? And I said no, because I knew the area around here, and I had some of my friends around here. So yeah, so I pretty much didn't want to move. Then me and Liz had a commitment ceremony here in this new building. It was a couple years after we moved in. We asked Pastor Dubayon to have a commitment ceremony, and it was done. But we couldn't really get married because we both had SSI, and SSI would just give us a lump sum, and that's it. So we just had a commitment ceremony, and that was it. And we had some friends, and we had family, and yeah. And so it was good. It was a good ceremony and everything. And okay, come back a few years ago, 2022, I think, she passed away, and so it's like one morning, got a phone call from her sister saying that she passed. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Had to go downstairs, answer the phone call, because there was no phone upstairs. We had upstairs and downstairs. So I had to go downstairs and answer the phone, and I just heard she passed. And it's like, oh. And her sister asked me, did you want to go see her? And I was like, no, I didn't want to go see her. And so, just trying to get on back out there on the dating scene and everything. And so it's been kind of hard.
When you received the call, you asking God?
Yeah, because I did cry a little bit. No, I still cried. I did go to her gravesite in Colorado and laid flowers on her gravesite, because there was one side hers and then the other side was her father's, one headstone. So I got to that a couple of years ago because my niece got married, and it's like, oh, Colorado, It's like, and that just gave me a chance to go to the gravesite and place flowers on there. And
how's God really working with God?
More deeply, if I have a mentor, which is Gonzalo, and he's kind of guiding me through the Bible. And if I had any answers or anything, and I sometimes do and sometimes don't. There was also a mentor. Before that was Bob Ridge. And then before that was Gary Soon. Gary Soon was, I would always go over to his house and study with him. And and that was kind of the start of it.
Do you try to give up?
Pretty much, but but I keep on coming here, and because there's always something. There's always something.
What's helped you to keep going?
People from here, church. People from here. I mean, this is where the church is supposed to be.
That's right. That's where you got the children, you have friends, you make family, you build relationships.
Yeah. This is where it's supposed to be at. That's why I believe. But other people probably don't think what I think.
So that's really important to be in the church, and you as a man, it's important to be in the church.
He's not important.
Yeah.
But he is. Everyone is important to him.
What can I recommend to somebody who has tragedies?
Well, give it to God. Pray up to the heavens. Pray to Jesus Christ, because he's our Savior. He's died on the cross, and it's finished. His last words was, it's finished.
Yeah, as you mentioned you guys studies with Gonzalo. These studies is help you to keep the relationship more deeply with God?
Just meeting up with Gonzalo every once in a while during the week. If I have any questions or anything, he's more than welcome to answer them or explain it a little more.
So it's good to have somebody to help you to understand the Bible.
Yes.
And what happened to you choose to be with God?
There's usually consequences. and I don't want those consequences. I mean, he doesn't go void. He always keeps his promise. He always keeps his promise.
What kind of consequence we have when we don't follow God?
Well, you follow somebody else, and someone else, it's a lie. It's totally a lie. I'll give you an instance. I was coming back on BART. I was waiting on a platform for a BART train, and this evil spirit guy came up to me. He was just all about the evil and all that. And it's like, no, God is truth. God is love. Jesus Christ is love. Yeah, he just went on and on. It's like, okay, you need to stand up and just walk a little forward, because he was saying that Satan would be the ruler and everything, and he would win. And I was like, no, that's false.
Lee, tell us what happened with the people who still believe the lie.
They just believe it, but I guess they don't want to hear it. Most of the time, they don't want to hear it, and it's like, you pick your battles. You pick your battles, and it's like, okay, should I or shouldn't I? Shouldn't I speak or not? No. So yeah, there are times where yes, and sometimes yes, no. Cursing, yeah, no. Yeah. That's not in my vocabulary. Ooh, I used to be an angry person. I used to throw things, everything. I used to do that. Not anymore. Not anymore. It's like, yeah, smash my phone and everything. I used to do that. I used to. Not anymore.
That changed your heart? That gave you the conviction of your new creation?
Yes. Yes. And yeah, it's taken me a while, but yes, it's not easy. No, it's not. It's not. And patience, yeah, that's another thing. Patience, you have to have patience. And calm yourself. And then, yes, calm yourself.
Right now, the relationship you have with God is more in love, and peace.
And then just growing up in a house, both my parents smoked in a house, and it was so awful with two people smoking. I kind of fell into that a little bit, Soon after that, I just fell away from that, and yeah, two of my sisters are older than me. I'm 57, and one's 60, and one's, I think 59, gonna be 59 this year. And then my mom's still alive, so good thing. So, yeah. Yeah. And my older sister was a rebel of the place, of the kids. Yeah, and every time one of us, when she got in trouble, I would cry, and I would cry, and yeah. And then, my other sister would cry too, and it's like, why? So, yeah, but other than that, I was a pretty good kid. Growing up, I was pretty good, because I was born around here, and went to school around here. If and when my mom passes away, yes, I'll go up there, go up to Oroville, that's where they live, near Sacramento. And if and when she does, I'll go up there for a bit and then come back here. Just like I said, this is my home. This is my home. I like traveling. Yeah. And I've traveled before, and yeah.
So it's amazing how God, when you are with God, your life got really more easy. Even you have problems, but you know how can you solve the problem.
I'm better with Jesus. Yeah, I'm better. I'm better. Some people know how to push my buttons sometimes. And it's like, okay, I know where they're going. And so it's like, nah. So yeah, so some of my friends know how to do that, and it's like they haven't done that in a while, so that's a good thing. And my sister and all my family, well, my sister saying, wondering how I'm still alive because I drink coffee, drink my coffee, and I drink some creamers and not sugars. I used to drink coffee with sugar, and I kid you not, sugar was about that high, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna try to, stay away from that. And I did, and now I'm hooked on the creamers, and so I had a eczema, and I'm going to a light therapy where I have to stand in a box where all the lights are around for 20 seconds, and then it turns off. And it's like, okay, I'm done, okay. Get dressed, and I'm supposed to have an appointment pretty soon on that. Going through life, just going through life itself. My mom divorced long before, and my biological father, and because he was a drunk and stuff, and they used to bicker back and forth, and so that was fun, but I hardly remember that, so that's a good thing, because they used to have arguments, and I think back then, my mom was working to support all of us, plus my father, biological father. Come back a few years after that, we used to visit my father every once in a while for Christmas, for gatherings, and just stuff like that. I hardly seen any good times, bad times, good times with them. My oldest sister would know that better than me because I was young. Yeah, but he was still kind of a smoker. My dad, my biological father, was still a little smoker. And so a couple of years back, he was, I forget when he passed away, and we distributed his ashes somewhere, and that's what we did.
Did you speak to your father about Jesus?
Kind of, sort of, but he knows where I stand and everything, and then my mom understands where I'm coming from too, and so they do watch news constantly. They very rarely read. It's mostly on Facebook stuff, and mainly on Facebook, and then TV and just things like that. Yeah, so I don't want to be the first of the family to get anything, but I did. I was the first to get glasses. Now I have contacts. But I was the first of the family, of the kids, I should say, of the kids having us kids being getting the first contact lenses or glasses, because it's like, now you're wearing glasses. Oh, yeah. because it's kind of funny just seeing them wearing glasses, because they never really did. And yeah, to read now, to read. My second oldest, has gone up to Reno. She's up in Reno, and every once in a while I'll go up there to Reno and visit them with my niece and everything. And then I go to church with them. It's a Calvary church up in Reno that we go to, and it's good. So it's a Bible-based family. My sister and her husband are raising up my niece, in a good area and everything. But she wants to move out because she's still living with mom, still living with my sister. But that's gonna be hard too. That's gonna be hard, because when I first moved out, I teared up and my mom teared up. And it's like, yeah, first of everything. I don't want to be the first of having a cane. A walking cane? No. But my walking's doing better. Haven't had any falls or anything, so that's a good thing, and my legs are doing fine.
So, like, you exercise yourself to keep in good shape. That's important as believers have the same exercise for our spiritual growth.
I read it every other so often. I read it when I go to a day program. I go to a day program and I read. Just go from there, and because it's my quiet time. Most of the time it's the quiet time around there. Kind of early. If it's early, it's kind of quiet. When it gets later, it gets kind of noisy and everything, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna just, read a little bit when it's kind of a little early. There's hardly anybody there, and so that's what I do. And then I pray every night, and I thank God for everything, and pray blessings over everybody at nighttime, and then I go to bed. And that's what I do. Pray for my food that I had and everything, and that's about it. Give thanks for everything. Proper. Mind your manners. If you're brought up right, you're brought up right. If you're not brought up right, then there's nothing.
But it's better to be with God,
Right? It's better with being with Jesus Christ. And He's always around. Draws us near.
That's right.
He draws us near. Wants us near. Draws us near. And then Bible studies on Fridays, every other Friday, potluck. That's a good thing. It's good because you get everybody's opinion, and they every once in a while they have speakers that say, okay, read this from the Bible, and they go through the Bible and read the chapter or the verses that we go to, and it's kind of eye-opening, and and it's nice to have other believers. The Bible is a living Bible. If you ever can believe that, a living Bible. Because whenever you go through it, it's like, okay, that's happening now. Okay, that's happening, because we're going through it, and we have Bible study at Sunday mornings too. And Sunday mornings, that's a good one too. So yeah, it helps me personally, go through it and knowing what's there and just bring it up to God, Jesus Christ. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're going through, up to Jesus. Give it up to Jesus. He'll solve it for you. He'll tell you the right things to say. He'll direct you. Direct your words.
Would you like to pray?
Lord, just bring them in. Bring them in, Lord. Wherever they're at, around this community, around this area, please bring them in. This is right where we're supposed to be at, Lord. Please bring them in. Please, Lord God. We're here. Yes, Lord. Just bring them in. And I hope you and everybody else comes in. Just come in and hear the preacher preach what you need to hear. And I hope to see you. Around here. In Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Well, this one is And Now What? This one is your space. We'll see you in the next episode next week. Until then, keep going.
Oh boy. Wow, that was something. That was good. That was good.
That's it for today. I hope something spoke to your heart. Maybe it made you think. Maybe it gave you hope. Whatever it was, hold on to it. God is not done with you. He's walking with you, one step at a time. So ask yourself, what's one small step I can take this week? Pray? Call someone? Forgive? Try again? Whatever it is, take that step. You're not alone. Thanks for listening to And Now What? If this helped you, share it. Send it to a friend or talk about it in your group. We'll be back next week. Until then, keep walking, keep growing. Don't stop.